7, 3, 2, 1, go.
Start again, you missed a few numbers.
Okay, sorry, I'll count down from 30 this time. 30, 29,
We're gonna countdown ASMR.
26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We've been live the whole time you've been doing the countdown.
Yeah.
I didn't have the stream open.
It was weird listening to the stream at the same time.
Yeah, I knew it was going to, and it was a fucking good.
Okay.
Go ping everyone.
Am I just pinging minors, or...?
Yeah, this team fucking minors, who cares? Actually, you can be all the coaches if you want to.
I'll give a here ping as well.
Oh, baby. Those some powerful pings.
I love pings.
Does the here ping even work?
I have
Doesn't
no
work,
idea.
does it?
It doesn't work. Oh well. No, I'll give it everyone just for good measure. Even though I know that doesn't work either.
I mean, I could ping everyone for you.
Bring back the someone ping, that was great.
That was not great.
Thanks, Flop.
So, are we gonna do anal, or are we just gonna ping people?
I think
And
we're just gonna
post
sit here
ISIS.
for like 2 hours and ping people.
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
actually.
that's fine. I don't.
If you have enough viewers to do this shit.
Yeah, let's get started.
Go restart it.
Start from Angel's team.
I would make somebody ping.
Which
Okay.
is Rain team with Coco Lucha. In
Yep.
Miners environment. It's gonna win a lot of games.
Easy farm.
It is a hard rain team.
Very strong team, I think.
Yeah, no, this is definitely one of the. I'm glad we're starting off on this team because it's definitely that kind of team that you can tell that they just kept with their game plan and it just works.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I question is the Mega Gyarados, but it's fine because it's a Mega for when they don't bring the rain.
Sorry, I'm just gonna turn you up a little bit, Mio. You're a bit quiet for me.
Okay,
I don't know, I
hold
do
on.
think that the Mega Gyarados went pretty early though.
Yeah, I think it was picked a bit early, but the overall value of this team is still very good. So
Mega Gyarados does feel a bit redundant overall on this kind of team, but I don't think that's really going to hold it back at all.
yeah,
I'm not sure if there's anything else that this team would rather have instead. Seems fairly well rounded. It's pretty well rounded on the back end as well. You've got Incineroar to pivot. Bronzong just kind of tanks stuff and gets rocks up.
yeah.
Suffers a
I would have
bit.
taken Mega Garch over Mega Gyarados here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm back. My voice should be better now. I just got some water and all.
Suffers a bit on the hazard clear, but I don't think that matters to this team.
It doesn't matter at all, really.
It doesn't really. Okay, I guess they have. I think Whimsicott's actually a pretty solid remover, especially when she has 2 other grass types.
It's another one of those teams that just kind of has Ferrothorn to just put up hazards, and then, I mean, it's Ferrothorn and Rain as well, so just gonna
Yeah,
get hazards
so
up,
that's-
and then
That's good.
it sets like spikes and rocks, and then you just use rain, and then when rain dies, you use so it feels kind of brain dead, but it's like gonna kill things. So.
it doesn't need to be less
Yeah.
brain dead than this. It just needs to get hazards up, and then get his win cons in, and then just kill things.
Yeah.
It's a fairly
It's
straightforward team,
pretty
but
strong for
it's
that.
well executed, well rounded.
Mm-hmm. I'm not really sure what you would improve on this team.
No.
Um,
Like, it's the Mega Gyarados is the only thing. Like, could be better.
Yeah, it feels redundant, but
Yeah, but
there's not really anything else this team like screams for needing.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Maybe
it
a
needs
better
to
way
roll
to
the next-
kill bulky grasses than the Incineroar would be nice.
Yeah, actually.
It's got
Let's
Roserade.
see, I mean, yeah, Roserade.
Roserade and Lucha, so that's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Although Lucha's still kind of. It's in once and does its thing. Either gets shut down or wins the game.
Yeah,
Most times, so.
it'll be fine, I think.
Yeah.
Brontox's a really crucial part of this team, I think, for resists though, which is kind of not the best.
Not that bad, really. They can kind of just do Ferrothorn's role and be.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this team has some redundancy, but I don't hate any of the redundancy just because they all do different enough things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a fine team.
Kingdra you can argue against redundancy because it kind of. It just has that much prep pressure that it can either. It's either Dragon Dance or Specs or Band, or it just does whatever it wants, really.
I would
Yeah.
say Kingdra wouldn't be redundant if it picked a less redundant second Mega,
Yeah.
but as it stands, like,
Yeah, like
There's just a lot of-
Megapert and Kingdra isn't redundant, but the Mega Gyarados overlaps with the two of them enough that it's kinda.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure there's another Mega out there that fit it better, but I don't hate it.
Not even
It's not the
necessarily a
worst option.
second Mega. I think having Megapert as your lone Mega is enough, and then you don't necessarily need to have a second Mega there. But yeah, that's the only
Yeah,
minor
that's
nitpick for this team, I think, for me anyway. And it
Yeah.
really is like a very minor nitpick. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Badger's team next.
Who let Colts draft for him? This is a Colts keyword draft.
It's an annoying team. Very
Kinda weird.
offensive.
No, I like this team a lot. It's definitely one of my favorites.
It's a good
just because it
Zoroark
looks
team.
nice. It actually is a good Zoroark team. So
There's a
much-
lot of things that it appreciates being able to disguise
Mhm.
itself as.
Yeah, I really like Zoroark on this team, personally. And it was like a last round pick or
Yeah.
last two. So
Yeah.
I like the Scissor washed him momentum game with like abusers that mimic you, Cube,
Yep.
Mega Arrow. That's nice.
just kind of has a bunch of offensive Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chestnut, I guess.
yeah, it has a
Yeah.
nice kind of variety of win cons. It doesn't have a clear way it's
Yeah.
always going to be winning games, but it has like a nice enough variety that it's good flexibility for the building, with it, I
Yeah,
guess.
absolutely.
Yes.
Nice full turn.
Defoggers,
Fun.
that's pretty much all you would want. Like, Wash
Yeah,
them
of
and
course.
Scissor are just reliable defoggers.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Bless you.
Thanks,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, good setters as well, so yeah, the hazard
Good
games.
setters.
Hazard games like concise, but it's clean.
Yeah, a lot of his Pokemon can either just go offensive or defensive at a whim, basically,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
Mhm.
So he's got a lot of options, so that really does help him a lot. That he has a lot of versatile Pokemon.
You know, good amounts of switch-ins for the things that he would be otherwise fairly weak to as well. Like the rock weakness almost kind of stood out to me, but the switch-ins are Nidoqueen and Chestnut, so that's not really an issue, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also Chestnut and Mega Arrow and
Yeah.
Rotom.
And then
Which
like
is
water, he's
fine.
got Primarina, washed him.
Yeah, he's got plenty of water answers.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
You
see
think of the Z users on this team?
I would rather something else than Necrozma. I don't think Necrozma wants to run Z move often.
I don't think any of the others really care enough to either, though. So I think it's fine because like an SDZ move to Cosmo is fine.
I would rather see it on like Arcanine or Primarina. Probably Arcanine.
I don't think Primarina needs it. Primarina would rather just go for specs, I think.
Arcanine
personally.
likes the option of like Z Outrage or Z Wild Charge, something like that.
I don't know how necessary that is when the color in black is literally right there.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah, I think it's fine. It's just Necrozma as a user is kind of a little weird to
Yeah.
me, but I
I
can
rate
understand why you.
I
have
rate it
it.
honestly. I do.
Yeah, I think I understand it. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a good team overall. Lots of offensive pressure.
Yeah.
And as you said, there's a lot of like two-way ones you can run here, like offensive and defensive. So
Yeah, it's very flexible
good.
in both its offense and defense. Just kind of, yeah,
It has ball resist.
it's another
It
pretty
can
solid
speed
team.
it.
Okay. So Claymore's team.
This I've seen this team before somewhere, everywhere.
well, yeah.
Jeez, that's like so much. Those first like 3 columns of Pokemon are just like
Yeah.
fuck.
It has the
I don't
same
know
kind
that.
of issue as Colton Majors, where the hazard setters are just the sand core. There's
Yeah.
no other
Yeah, I
options
think
outside
that's
of
kind of an issue.
that. Yeah, because this is a team that kind of wants rocks up on both sides.
I think
Unless
so too,
it's
actually.
relying on Char X, then it just. I mean, it has enough spinners even then to
Yeah.
want to force rocks.
More
and
than
then
enough
clear on it.
spinners.
Yeah, so I would rather see
I've
more
never
rock
seen-
setters. That's the first that's
Yeah, I
kind
think
of
you need rock
a
setters.
point for me. Is it needs more rock
Like-
setters.
I think
To me, if you draft 3 spinners, like, kind of want to have hazards on the other side.
Yeah,
so-
Otherwise, it
well,
feels
I
a
mean,
little strange.
yeah.
I know this is only active to week 2, but he did drop the Feraligatr for Apollyon.
Okay, well, that's another
Okay.
rocks. But
It's another rock.
yeah.
Actually, I like that here too. So yeah, solid.
This is Claymore, as you can see in the top left-hand corner.
Yeah.
But,
Um,
yeah,
I mean, this many spinners, you kind of want like a spikes option or something as well.
Yeah,
that's
that's-
another way to kind of abuse
ideally a
that.
spikes would be very nice.
But yeah.
Seems annoying, I'll say.
Yeah. I mean, offensively, you've got Sandrill, you've got Char X.
I don't like looking at it, but I like looking at it.
Yeah.
It's really together, I think. Especially with that Apollyon at the end. He doesn't need to the users all look fine to me. I wouldn't change anything there.
I would rather Reuniclus than Starmie.
Possibly, actually, I think it's maybe can go
You're
like
kind of
forward
cutting
with
up
the-
again, Mia. I don't know.
Fuck.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, I kind of agree with this over Starmie. Starmie, I don't think you're going to be on it that often, to be honest. But
Reuniclus appreciates being able to run Z crystals for the knockoff resistance, for being able to hit Thunder and Focus Blast, which are like the answers to all its checks. Because otherwise, you're kind of relying on 70% accuracies for all your coverage. It's
yeah,
kind of annoying. I think Reuniclus.
someone mentioned
Reuniclus
speed
really
tiers,
needs,
but I think they're pretty good on this
I don't
team.
think you need speed tiers on this team. Like you're
Yeah,
supposed
but
to be.
like even anyway, they're decent and fine. Like it's topping out of Starmie, but it's
Like you
tier
have
three.
you have Sandrill, you have Char X, you have good Scarfers, you've got Comfy just for priority.
Yeah. Is it better now?
Hmm?
It,
Is it better?
you're a wee bit quiet. I'll turn you up on Discord.
Am I still? Dang it.
Yeah, you're kind of like breaking up.
Yeah. I probably like Comfy on this team.
Yeah, I think Comfy's just really good right now against. I mean, Rain and Huluch are just kind of powerful,
Yeah.
and it kind of shuts the both of them down. I mean, luckily they're both on the same team, so
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Comfy's definitely coming to that game. Probably.
yeah.
It just overall seems like a pretty good one for this team as well. I kind of like Porygon 2 Reuniclus, although it does kind of like not go with the rest of the team.
Is it better
If
now?
that makes sense, but
You're still a bit
Yeah,
quiet,
it's-
but you're not cutting out.
Okay, then yeah. I just have to switch back to the something. Anyway,
I think Reuniclus with a Z Crystal would be better with partners Porygon 2, because then kind of knocked off
Yeah. Yeah,
as
that
well,
as well.
which is like a nice thing. But
Mhm.
overall, pretty good.
Maybe lacks a little in like fire switch-ins for a Celesteela team, unless you're running like a defensive Xerxos. P2 kind of fits as a catch-all switch into everything as well, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, Xerxos is just a good partner for Celesteela.
Yep.
Rocks it down. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Like once it's Mega that can just switch into anything that... Like even if you just run Fat Zard every game with Steela, it'll just be able to kind of soak everything.
yeah, it's not like a bad idea anyway. Yeah, I think ideally if this team had like spikes, I'd really like it. At the moment, it's like just pretty good.
Yeah.
You're saying spikes, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I agree with that. The stuff likes to have extra chip damage. I think the team actually, the team having extra has to stack with those three.
Yeah. I would like want to drop Starina for hazards.
More
whatever.
in general.
Like super nitpicky, really.
Yeah, but I think it is also valid to say that. But yeah. Don't have much else to say. It's Ice Fist. It's me and Napoleon after this. Gator / Napoleon. I think that's
Napoleon's just a great ice.
Yeah.
perfect exercise.
Yeah, seems good.
Yeah, take good.
I do like the pairing Sandrill with kind of like priority blockers in Comfy and Serena. I mean, obviously Comfy doesn't block the priority, but
Yeah, but it like counter burns.
yeah.
Yeah, like versus Mock Punch. And then he has like one of the best Mock Punchers, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah, overall it could just do with some more ways to abuse hazards on its own end with the amount of rapid spin it has and with the amount of bulk. But other than that, it's a solid team. Okay.
Is it
Xion we're on next? Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's a little ground and fighting week. It's gonna put a lot of pressure on Gliscor to
Yeah. A lot of pressure.
do a lot of work every game.
And Mysterious.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Wow, I think Slowbro is actually a pretty okay advantage at ground types in general. Definitely okay.
It does do okay, yeah, because it just focuses surf.
So I think
Like,
Yeah.
big goalkeeper, I think.
yeah, this is definitely another take on the defense style. The draft it has I kind of like it, but I don't know why Lopp's Altaria was the best choice to play. It's like I think Loppany goes down.
It does. I think Mega Altaria kind of helps if they really are looking for the ground and fighting again, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
yes, actually,
but
it's a fairy. It's a fairy.
yeah,
I think a lot, like if you're... Okay, yeah, so if you're running Gliscor that lets you slow turn in the Lopunny and kind of abuse the pivoting there. But then if you're running Mega Altaria instead, you don't need to Gliscor as much because you have the kind of ground and fighting switching. Okay.
but it's not like as. I don't think it's as redundant as
Yeah.
to have it as a Mega. It's fine.
I'm not sure why Magnazone's on this team when you have Heatran, Volcanion, Mega Lopunny.
Don't worry
And
about it.
Gliscor.
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
don't know.
still it's not even like it's a picked as a steal because the Heatran's there. And then I'm like 100% sure there would have been better electrics to pick up it whenever Magnazone was available. Feels a little weird to me on this team, compared to just like any other electric.
Yeah, it's fair. I think it's clearly here as an electric too. So
Yeah.
there was a very late circuitry pick. Nice one. Just say it.
Yeah.
She got the late Suicune though.
Yeah.
I guess props for seeing that was. The Waterers on this team, I kind of like. I don't know. They're a bit annoying.
Yeah.
They're like all very different than what they do.
Yeah, you just don't bring water moves to this team.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Lots of switch-ins.
I live.
No, I don't really have much to say about this team. It's kind of...
I want to see it in action.
Yeah, it's hard to read.
It's certainly like not a team I would personally pick. There's a lot of mons that I wouldn't really pick around, so it's kind of hard for me to think about it. I think the speed tiering is a bit awkward.
I would have liked to see more, like, aggressive picks, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. The team sort of feels a little overly passive, maybe.
It has tons of switch-ins for everything, but it doesn't really do much with it.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Megalopony, obviously, but there's a lot of games that's going to be relying on Megalopony to win by itself.
Absolutely. Like, kind of every game, I feel like at a glance, honestly. Like, it's the only fast thing
Yeah.
that, like, would be offensive. And
Yeah,
I don't know.
Speed really
Like, I feel like it'll be the majority kill leader team, like, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they can just use the rest of the team
Speed
just to,
actually
like, check
is kind
down
of an
things.
issue on this team as well, because even the things with higher base speeds, none of them really want to be running fast.
Yeah, like,
usually.
this guy doesn't
outside
want to be running fast.
of like a little version, but
Yeah, like, Gliscor doesn't want to run any.
yeah. So a lot of the kind of power picks that this team would want to kind of wall are going to be able to run adamant or modest and just break through anyway.
Mm-hmm. The might too, is like,
Yeah, it's going to find itself
Okay.
getting broken by things they would usually be walling, just off of everything being really slow.
I think you just need to deal with the Megalopony, and
Yeah.
you can break the other stuff. But, yeah. Yeah, I just, like, want to see it.
Yeah, it's hard to read because it's fairly matchup dependent because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could
Like, I
still
don't-
just wall things and then wear them down, but
Yeah, like, I don't necessarily hate that.
yeah,
Like, just wall things and have Megalop clean, but it's
Bulk
putting a
as win
lot of
on is,
pressure.
like, sketch.
Yeah. So,
That and Kamala's on the team, which is not a Pokemon.
that is true. Especially when it's this fighting week anyway.
Yeah. Like the Misdreavus is, I don't really like it as a mon, but on this kind of team, it's like okay, it's patching up grounded fighting weaknesses, so that works. But the Kamala, I'm not really sure what it does here.
I think Mysterious is a Karen Frog pick as well, so
Yeah.
I mean I can respect that. That's fine.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
get
here
it.
now.
Probably.
Right. So let's move on to Nuz's team.
Okay, this is the thing.
Yeah, there's not enough hazard game on that team for it to be like worth it as a
Yeah.
spinner. Because Kamala's not really a very good spinner either, so
That's pretty bad.
It's,
this team,
It's a bit weak to rocks.
yeah.
a little bit
yeah.
weak to rock.
Bisharp is the only rock switch in, which is a very big problem against any kind of team with rock spam.
See, it is, but they also have a lot of like bulky fat shit.
Yeah.
Who doesn't really care as much about rocks, so it's kind of a yes and no.
However, there isn't any wish support for things like
Yeah.
Lando T, Snorlax, Cress.
Yeah, the
They
only
would all
wish
agree.
support is just healing wish on Cross, which is a bit
Yeah.
annoying. I think this team would definitely just appreciate a wisher.
Because if you have wish support, then Lando T can function as a rock resist.
Yeah, but like, I don't even necessarily think that it's weak to rock attacks. I just think it's very weak to getting worn down.
Yeah,
with
it's
rock.
it's yeah, it's definitely weak to like chip
It's weak to both.
overall.
Yeah. Like, it has 4 hazard clears and 3 of them are weak to rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, because Lando T is the only real defog there, in my opinion.
And you don't really want Lando to defog most games.
You don't really want to be defogging with Crobat most games, in my opinion, either.
You don't want to be using hazard clear with any of these things.
No.
Yeah. But
I mean, that said, it has very, very powerful win cons.
yeah,
It does.
I was like just gonna say like the win cons were pretty good.
I can still take games just if it gets one of its power picks set up and then it takes over. It just has very clear weaknesses that can be exploited by anyone that is able to build around them. Hazard setters are fairly solid.
Yeah, the hazards.
Yeah.
Like, for setting. Like Lando T doesn't really mind. Dancy is a great budget blocker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of
I
guarantees
really like
rock
the
set.
NC on this team in general, actually.
I was gonna say I really do quite, but I'm kind of a Dancy.
I think regular DNC is a pretty underrated pick. You
Yeah,
can usually pick up really late as like a budget fairy, a budget rocker.
yeah. I mean, this was
Very
last round, I
good
think.
bulk.
So
Yeah, it was, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
I think Megazam appreciates a second Mega, but
Yeah,
that's like a
what-
minor nitpick. That doesn't make it less good. I also think it was
Mhm.
picked up fairly early. But I also know there were like 2 or 3 other people in minors aiming for it specifically, so I can't
Yeah, you can't really.
really flame picking it up early when
Yeah.
other people were wanting it.
Mhm. Yeah, this team's just like a bit of weakness getting worn down.
Yeah, what it needs is another ground type, in my opinion. Like a
Yeah.
Steelix or something would be nice. Yeah, I really like a Steelix on this team. I'm not sure what I would drop for it, but
It's a hard one because there's a lot of value in the team.
yeah.
Like I like all of these ones individually, so
Yeah, I agree. I think I would drop the Cloyster for a Steelix. I'm not sure what Cloyster brings to this team that Manaphy doesn't.
Yeah, I agree with that.
okay, that's fair. Because there's already so much like setup pressure without the
Yeah,
cloister.
and Cloyster's one of the rock weeks as well, which is kind of annoying for it. Yeah. Yeah, other than that, it's not. Eh. Yeah, I mean, it was like we said, it has fairly exploitable ways to lose games, but it also just has explosive ways to win them. So
Yeah, like this team could see a lot of like 5-0s in
yeah,
either
5-0s
way.
like
I
either
think.
way. Yeah, I think that's how most games with this team is going to go. Yeah. Okay. On to Kesha's team next. So immediately I see a Dragonite without a Z crystal, and I'm slightly triggered.
Yeah, I see a Mamoswine with so I don't really know.
Mamoswine is nice
Z
with a
pack,
Z
dude.
crystal. Like, yeah, it gives like a couple of weird meme options, but it
Fucking
definitely
Z pack.
shouldn't be chosen as a Z user over Dragonite.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like over Dragonite and Fupa. Like,
Yeah.
come on. That should not be happening.
No.
Apparently it's the Dragonite and the dock isn't updated.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't like Mega Aggron on this team, TBH.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
I feel like if you're running Mega Aggron, left with it,
Mhm.
right? And then
Yeah.
that's just like a bunch of momentum killed
Or
on what
Togue.
could be.
I think Mega Aggron Togue is decent as well.
It's okay.
I think that Aggron is pretty decent at stopping momentum from getting out of your favor, since it does have several
Yeah.
methods of phasing. And
Yeah.
the Wish support really does support Aggron a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty decent defensive core to go along with some pretty powerful offensive options.
Yeah. It's
Like,
kind of
I
just
honestly
like a.
think-
It's
I personally
Okay.
think that Aggron works pretty well for this team.
I agree. I think it's just kind of like a you bring like 2-mon. You just have Aggron to soak up things and Wish support to bring it back up, and then you just have 4 like Mew and Zera or Infernape and Zera, just something to generate momentum, and then like a Dragonite or a Hoopa to abuse it. And I think this team just wins games off of that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I think I just would have preferred like a more aggressive Mega maybe, but I see what you guys are saying.
I don't think this team really needs a more aggressive Mega. There's a good
Yeah,
range
it
of
already
win cons,
has like
yeah.
Yeah, it has a sweet enough amount of win cons, and like the offensive pressure is very clearly there, and it does have like very flexible options like Mew, which can do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
That said, I think it would appreciate another defogger to not force. Like if Togekiss is, when it's coming, it's Wish support for Aggron. I don't think it also wants to be defogging, and Mew for the same reason doesn't really want to be defogging.
Yeah, that's true. He is very limited on defog, so Mew probably will get restricted to that role a lot.
Especially if you're using Dragonite as a win con, you need solid hazard clear just to keep rocks off.
Mm.
I mean, other than that, the rest of the team doesn't really care about the rocks, but if you're wanting to use the Dragonite, you need like a solid defog.
Yeah.
But other than that, there isn't really.
There's great rockers on the team. I like Pythagoras with the 2 spike.
It
Pretty
lacks
good.
a ghost switching, but
I mean, that's not that,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, physical ghost moves, Aggron doesn't care about. Special, Hoopa doesn't really care about and threatens them back, so
Mm.
could work. That's just kind of like, yeah, could do with maybe like a normal type. I don't know what you would drop for it.
Maybe Swampert.
Maybe.
Swampert feels a little irrelevant to me. But
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean if... So the way we've kind of established that this team wins games, Swampert doesn't really fit into that play pattern, so yeah.
Yeah. Like I would just prefer, like if I was running a team, I would just prefer to have like Mamoswine or
Yeah.
Aggron, like than Swampert in that pick. So
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
it's also a rock resist, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's fine, I think, but ideally a defogger that isn't one of these would be good.
Yeah. A defogger and, I mean, I'm not going to go out and say shift ray, but a defogger that can... Let's pretend I never said that.
Please do not recommend people pick up Shiftery.
I definitely
Especially
did not.
on teams that have people unbound on them.
I definitely did not recommend shift ray. I would never do such a thing.
God. No, this team's pretty good. I like.
Yeah, it's a very solid team. Just has a lot of momentum to work around with good abusers, and then just like a solid fat can switch into everything and then just not care.
What about Mega Absol on this?
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I don't know.
No, I
it's
dislike
fine.
that because your only fairy resist is the Mega Aggron, and you're not bringing both Mega Aggron and
Oh, true. Shit, I didn't even notice the
Absol.
fairy. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's actually kind of annoying with the only fairy. The only fairies this thing I've
it's a
gone.
little annoying, but again, it's fine just having Mega Aggron as your only Mega, and then just tanking hits with it, and then moving back to your momentum.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Like-
Empoleon is free.
No, it's
Empoleon got,
taken away.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I guess the free agency is just wrong then. That's cool.
It's because it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not live till next week. Because Clay
Oh.
dropped for Alligator for it. Was it Clay that
I
dropped
see.
it? Yeah.
It was Clay. But no, good team.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it. I think it's solid.
Good contribution.
Mayo, like, from the distance.
I'm here. Okay.
Okay.
I'll get closer to my mic. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I can hear you fine now.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Um,
Let's see. I got a couple of weaknesses.
yeah.
However,
I mean, it's very clearly like a
Huh.
I think
draft
this
that's
has the
not-
best hazard game out of any we've
Okay,
seen.
yeah.
I like the bug cards on this team. I think they really add a lot of value to the Flygon and the Macargo and the Avalug. They really just resist all the things they need to.
Yeah. Like, Mad Cargo supports Flygon. It's the best ice resist in the game.
I don't hate it. I don't hate this team as much as I thought I would for being Mono Bug. It has a lot of good Pokemon, but it's still objectively bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say it's objectively bad, but I don't hate it. It's visually appealing.
It'll be fun. It would be fun to use
Yeah, it'll
this
be
team,
fun.
honestly.
Yeah, it'll be more fun to see than Bug's last season draft. Which is
I think it's
sad.
actually like it is an draft of last season. Like,
I think you guys
Yeah.
are setting yourself up for a lot of disappointment because this team will just die to birds.
Hey,
yeah.
what do you mean it has?
Hey, Mad Cargo will beat all the
Yeah,
birds.
Hey,
Zerx drafted all the birds, so you're fine.
You underestimate that second to last round pick Avalug. That is the most broken strategy.
Yeah, dude, Avalug is actually legit.
No,
So
it's not. Let's not even entertain that.
I will for a bit.
it's a lot of physical defense on this team.
Yeah,
Do
there's a
some
whole lot of
special
physical defense and a whole not a lot of special
Yeah, like
defense.
Buzzwole, Golisopod, Fortress, Avalug. That's big.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it's a meme, but it's fun.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like it's bugs. So we know we're gonna see Avalug a lot, but we all know that Avalug's not gonna do anything because every single
Hey.
Pokemon that gets brought against
Hey.
this team is gonna be a special attacker.
Hey, Avalug is good Pokemon.
And it's also gonna have fire moves
Yes,
or a rock move.
yes.
My cargo is gonna get a sweep one time. Watch.
Yeah, just set up weak armor, shell smash, Mad
I
Cargo.
don't know. This team just does have a lot of mods that can jank their way through a game if steered right. Like
I think
Skull
Flygon
Team,
is Flygon is actually the biggest saving grace for this team because it kills all the, like all the things that want to come against this team just to farm kills. Flygon beats. So
Yeah.
except birds.
yeah,
It can D-dance on a
but even
bird
then,
one
just
time.
like D-dances on a bird and then can yeah.
Yeah.
I will go out there and make the claim here that any games that this team does win will be on the back of Flygon, and I look forward
Alright.
to seeing that. So
Okay, fair enough.
I look forward to them actually bringing all of their hazards and getting all their hazards up.
yeah. Does Bug have his
Yeah.
Z users picked yet?
No, because there's like a pincer.
No, I mean I think they're in. I think Bug put them in the
God. Oh.
Buzzwole, Rabombi, Scolipede, and Flygon.
Okay, Flygon's is a user, so we're good.
I mean that was
That was
pretty
a
much
good
the only
test.
thing I wanted to check because it's the only one
Yeah.
that matters.
Yeah, basically just
It is
Flygon.
literally the only one that matters.
Yep.
You know, I at least respect Bug for drafting a team where Flygon matters. That's really
That takes true talent to make
It
to
really
draft
does. No,
to
no,
draft
I
a team
appreciate-
where Flygon is the MVP.
Yeah.
Okay. Move on to Flop's team.
Oh, do we have to?
This is a kind of a painful team to look at for me. It's like half stall and then just like a couple of really aggro picks.
I think this is the worst stall team I've ever seen.
I don't think it wants to be a stall team.
But then why did it take Toxapex and Mega Sableye?
Yeah.
They're very aggressive picks, okay? Trust me on this.
We're gonna see fucking merciless Toxapex.
I don't know, it's just like a backbone. But
Solo is
guess.
a Z user probably for Z parting shot, which is pretty decent on this team.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Zygarde with that.
Yeah. Zygarde, Volcarona, Lucario,
I
all
like-
very good with Z parting shot. Even Alolan Muck is pretty good with Z parting shot.
Yeah, I don't hate this team, but that Gligar should still be Aerodactyl because it's still week 1.
Hey, let's not flame Z user Jolteon. Jolteon is a very good Z user. Gets Z
Don't think
synchronized
Jolteon's a
and
great
things like
Z
that.
user.
Hmm.
I wouldn't choose it as a Z user over the 4 that have been picked here, but it is a legit Z
I
user.
would. I'd choose Jolteon here.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah,
Over what?
well, I mean, that's because I just love Z Jolteon in general.
I mean, so do
still
I,
think
but-
I don't think Z parting shots of Valley is actually going to be that good for a game. I don't think it'll come. I think they're just better users for a Z move on this game than using Z parting shot.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Like, that's just my take on the team because I don't think he really needs to be parting shot too much. Like, a lot of his stuff has enough. He has a Wisher and he has enough stuff that can recover itself.
Yeah.
I think it's just Jolteon's also just really.
It's more just
good
the
as a
Z
one.
parting shot into like a Zygarde that kind of gets a Dragon Dance off, chunks a lot of stuff, and then switches back out after it's low, then gets Z parting shotted in again, and then Dragon Dances again.
Yeah, or like Volcarona
something like that,
can come in when rocks are up.
Or
Like-
Lucario switches into a like a knockoff or something.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
You want to recover the Mega Sableye as well if you're wanting to play super stally.
Yeah. Outside of that though, this team's kind of like it. It looks like it almost wants to be a stall team, and then just doesn't quite have all the tools it needs to fully support that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think it'll struggle some. But,
I think it's going to perform better offensively, like with
Yeah.
its offensive picks and with like wishing in, and it's going to have like Toxapex or Sableye as the defensive one in a game.
Yeah, I think the biggest flaw of the team is that, like, even though the offensive picks are strong, there's very few of them. So once they get taken out, the team just has no win con.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Like,
So it's going to rely very heavily on keeping them healthy, but keeping that kind of momentum is difficult when you're trying to switch wishes into frail Pokemon like Lucario.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lucario doesn't really take wishes well.
maybe that's one benefit of Z parting shot, but I would honestly rather just regular parting shot into some strong Z move on the offensive one. I think Z moves are very valuable.
That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. The only ground resists being Celebi and Gligar is a little troublesome.
I don't
Yeah,
like
it is.
Gligar.
No, I
Yeah,
mean I
I-
don't really like Gligar on most teams, but
I don't like Gligar in general, but
I think it's
I think it has to
Fine.
be here, but I don't like it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Gligar shouldn't be here yet, though. Either.
I mean, Gligar is absolutely necessary here because it's one of
Yeah.
like, the only rockers and also one of the only hazard
Ground
removals.
resist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like, it
it's-
does fill a lot of important roles, which is kind of an issue because that overlaps weaknesses with the team's best Pokemon.
It also means
Mhm.
that most weeks you're bringing Gligar, which is just that hurts.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
No, Gligar is good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's nice to have as an option, but if you're bringing it every week, you're essentially just running 5 mons every week because it doesn't do much outside of suck momentum. No, it doesn't suck momentum, but like set hazards, clear hazards, and wall certain
It's-
things.
It's not getting as much value out of it because things are going to be running HP Ice anyway because Zygarde's there.
Yeah, things are already running ice coverage for Zygarde, so it's not.
So it's not getting as much like random walling because things are already prepared for Zygarde. So it's like
It's like if it's gonna be forced into rocks, that means it has some serious forward move syndrome. Because like rocks, and then you want fucking like runes, and earthquake.
Let's
and
not
U-turn,
even
and toxic,
entertain the
and
idea that Gligar is anywhere close to the same kind of mon as Gliscor. They're completely different mons. Please never say that again.
I will agree with that. Like 5,000% agree. with
Gligar
that.
is not worse Gliscor. They are completely different mons.
Gligar is worse. Gligar is worse than.
I mean, it's
Gliscor.
yeah, it's a worse Gliscor in that it's worse than Gliscor in every way. But
Yeah.
It's not Gliscor, but worse. It's a very different one.
I really don't like the ground weakness on this team, though. Like, having just looked at it more,
Yeah.
because, like,
It's
Zygarde is, like, the only one feels, like, good. Zygarde and Celebi.
I mean, you can
Yes, I
run
agree.
like
The team is very weak to Mamoswine.
I wasn't even gonna say that.
I would.
I mean, you can run like Flying Silverlay or Grass Silverlay, and then yeah, I think in that case I actually agree with Mio here in that Jolteon's probably a better Z user, and then just use Silverlay to kind of curb your ground weakness and the defog issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, looking at this team, I think I do agree with you actually that Jolteon would be a better Z user on this team.
Yeah, like they're gonna be bringing those bulky waters to try and wall Zygarde and stuff anyway. So Jolteon can just Z Thunderbolt or whatever, or just whatever it wants to do. It's really good to see. I like
Yeah.
for that.
That makes sense. I think Z Silverly is a nice thing to have, but I think this
Yeah.
team.
Z Silverlay is definitely nice to have on this team.
It's
but
a
I
luxury,
don't know if it-
but it'll want to learn a type
Yeah.
anyway. So
Given the way the rest of the team fits together, it's probably pretty hard to bring Z Parting Shot Silverlay to a game, realistically.
That's fair. Okay.
Okay. Let's move on. Onto Matty's team.
so
So is this RNG?
This
Yeah,
one an
this team
RNG
is
team.
RNG. So I'm gonna
Oh.
guess.
A lot of
fast things.
Kind of objective.
Okay. Classic triple mega.
When Talonflame is your defog, that's an issue.
Okay,
Okay,
the hazards on this are depressing. Jesus.
What a
That's...
good
Alright.
team.
Maddie, we're not gonna.
At least
flame
it's
you
got that
hard.
Gothitelle.
Maddie, we're not gonna flame you hard. We're gonna flame your RNG hard. So, because this is really bad. This is not good as far as
No, this is
the
very
team
not
composition goes. It has a bunch of Pokemon that are good, but they don't function together.
Yeah.
I really like the
That's what you'd expect with RNG, really.
Yeah, no, but I think Maddie fell into Hobo's trap. Because I bet Hobo actually RNGs until he has something that fits on a team. Because
I don't know.
I actually
Are you calling rigging on Hobo's RNG, dude?
I call rigging on anything.
Whoa.
Wait, so everything but Goth is above 80 speed. Yeah, it's a very fast-ish team. Quite fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That's 'cause
know,
he's
like,
a lot of megas too, though.
I
I'm
think
just
this could
confused, 'cause,
actually
like,
work.
he RNG'd the team, and he
Yeah.
he clicked the RNG button, and he didn't get a rain team. It's very confusing to me.
I
It's
don't know.
weird.
Yeah, I guess Maddie's way to win here is just kill things first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I genuinely think this could work, though.
Yeah.
Because
No,
there's so
I
many,
guess-
like,
yeah.
offensive
I
picks.
guess if you're thinking it like in the terms of how Apple, you think like the NBL metagame is different from the rest of the league metagame, where you just go immediately for the offense and just go and just win.
Yeah.
I think that's plausible.
This is a click buttons team.
Yeah.
It's not even
But
click
a lot of-
rocks. You just,
yeah, a lot
you
When you're
just
playing
click
this team,
buttons.
Matty, just don't think. Just bring
Just
Click.
click.
Just bring 6 offensive sets and then just like click buttons and hope that everything dies before they get a chance to kill you back.
Yeah, his defense is literally melodic.
Or just look in the free agency and try and fix this team.
That works too.
You could trade me a lot of this.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a lot of like
Yeah.
high quality trade bait here. This is like
yeah.
for an RNG team, this is higher value than like most of the other ones we've seen.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to like give a fuck about synergy or anything, so you can just like give away good things to get other good
Yeah.
things.
You could definitely like trade this team into being
This
good
is free.
if you wanted to.
I would get some of this if I could, but not
Yeah.
all of it.
I mean, if you're trading folks around this Mega Medicham Talonflame, people struggle to deal with that.
No one struggles to deal with Talonflame.
You'd be surprised, dude.
I mean, when Talonflame is the defogger, I think they do, honestly.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
You also get more defog support so Talonflame can
Yeah.
actually do stuff, but that was kind of what I was saying. Okay, let's Panda's team next, isn't it?
I actually like Panda's team. I have something.
I mean, he has Porygon Z, Lycanroc, Dusk, and Florges, so I'm instantly a fan.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, I have some things that are kind of not the best about it to say, but overall, I don't hate it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't really like get what the team is trying to do.
I get it. I think I know what he was going for. He was going for like it's very average balance team. Like if you look at it, this is one of the most average balance teams I've seen ever. Like he has. Damn, I actually don't even know how to like go about quite explaining it. I wish he had
I'm not a fan of the
some better
Klefki.
things.
Like,
Yeah, the Klefki is.
I think he needs better switch-ins to support the Mega Venusaur, and then it could play around that.
Yeah, I think all those yellow yellow numbers on the weaknesses.
My
are
take
kinda
on this
worrying.
team is the main way it's going to win games is off the back of Porygon Z or Lycanroc Dusk, which are two very powerful win cons, but you need to chip teams down, which Mega Venusaur with proper support, it can accomplish that. If you just get rocks up, Mega Venusaur, and then appropriate support for that, it can get things down into range where Porygon Z and Lycanroc can just tear through a team.
Yeah, it can definitely wear things down really well. With Mega Venusaur is good at wearing stuff down.
Yeah.
Cobalion, he's actually a pretty good chipper. I know I've talked to Panda about this, but I don't want to bash around Pick pick too long, but the Mantine is just completely out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mantine feels kind
Mantine feels out of place and Klefki feels out of place to me as well.
I just like the more I look at this team, the more I like it though. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Actually, I do like it still. Like I think it definitely functions.
I think if you look at kind of like the 8 mons on this side of the... This is all really nice, this fits together well. And then, I'm not so sure. The Uxie I like as well, because Uxie can just kind of switch into the
Yeah,
psychic.
Uxie's great for slow turning.
Yeah. Uxie switches
I think
into
it
the
needs a
psychic
water,
attacks
so
for
Seismic
Venusaur,
is
and
fine. Like,
yeah.
Toad's great for that. Like, and he's fine against. He's not actually super bad against grounds either because he has Latias and Uxie.
Yeah.
Like what? And Mantine's not even that good at doing anything.
Weevil's really like, okay. I think he should focus on if he wants to rebuild this team a bit more. He's got this Mega Venusaur Florges like bulk core, which I really like there.
Yep.
And he's got like Weevil to support that.
I mean, I used
as
that
you said,
last
his
season.
wing
I can vouch
Yeah,
for that
like-
being is very, very hard to break. It's very powerful.
Yeah. And as I said, you guys Porygon Z, Lycanroc Dusk, which is good. He kind of just wants to focus on that, I think.
Yeah. Weavile is like one of the best pursuit trappers in the game for just trapping.
Yeah,
psychic types
for
that
Mega
want to
Venusaur,
try and Mega
Weevil's-
Venusaur.
Yeah,
I would
Weevil's
just
just
like
great for Mega Venusaur.
better ways to deal with flying types other than the Lycanroc Dusk if you're trying to preserve that as a win con. So this team could use an electric type, but
Yeah, for sure.
while
Mhm.
simultaneously trying to hedge this ground weakness a little bit.
that's why I was talking about Electros. Yeah,
What role
Is Electros free? Because
is Electros up? Electros would be very good on this team.
Electros is good.
Yeah. Electros, yeah.
I'm good on fans.
I think Eel is like one of the best ways to round this team out, actually. That's very nice.
Yeah, just slow turn in because you can slow turn in like your big threats.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah, I know he was considering Eel, but yeah, I think Mantine just feels super redundant. Like it's not even a good bird. by
Yeah.
any means, if that was any kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Klefki, I'm not sure what I would drop it for. But
Actually, something I like if Matty would do it is trading Staraptor and Klefki. Klefki is better for Matty and Staraptor is better for Panda.
okay.
I think, anyway.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
It fits in
Hate the Klefki.
this kind of awkward speed gap for Panda as well, where it's like got good speed tiers 110 and then it just like jumps down to. I mean, you've got Uxie at 95, but you're never running max speed on Uxie,
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
you're going straight down to Porygon Z. So getting the Staraptor there fills in that gap nice too. Yeah.
And plus, hope like it's not even going against like the whole thing of RNG. Hobo cheated.
Yeah, Hobo's already dropped him on, and you traded
Yeah.
last season, so you don't need to worry about breaking any carnal laws. You're fine to trade.
That's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I don't hate Klefki on this team though. I don't know.
I don't like the spike stack is nice for the way it wants to win.
I don't even
games,
like the
but-
spike stack. It's just the light screen reflect
Yeah.
for like a Porygon Z or
Yeah,
something like that.
okay.
I think it takes pressure off Latias as well to try and do
Yeah.
all that if he
Yeah.
needs to. So it's not the worst, but Yuxi can also do it just fine.
Could you then argue for trading away the Cobalion?
I think I'd
I
rather
think that's a better trade away
Yeah.
because I don't think they're running Cobalion much on the team.
I
Yeah.
think I'd rather have a real like a,
Yeah, thinking
wonder
about
if
it more,
it's like a
I think I do prefer the Klefki on this team to the Cobalion.
maybe I want a fighting type that's a better psychic bait because that really would help with Weavile. It would help with Chandelure since psychics have no reason to try and come versus this team right now.
I mean, apart from the
Even
Mega
with
Venusaur.
Yeah,
but,
Mega
like,
Venusaur.
There's a big
Venusaur
Mega
can actually be
Venusaur.
anyone, but like they're really deterred
Yeah.
still. I think-
Cabalion's just kind of awkward on a Mega Venusaur team because it's a steel type that doesn't resist Psychic or Flying.
Yeah, I understand that's hard to try and fit, but I think a regular fighting type is still good here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to just balance seems hard to just determine exactly what the cause of an issue is.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to like adjust
Yeah,
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely the eel and anything else. I think this.
But yeah,
this
straight away
the
drop the
eel
Mantine
should
for the
work.
Eel. And then hit Matty
Yeah.
up about the Cobalion for the Staraptor because I think that rounds out your team a lot very well.
I think that-
Yeah, that feels like a lot nicer.
Even the Intimidate with the special bulk from Latias and Florges.
Mhm.
It's just, yeah. And I think if you get that, this team suddenly becomes a lot more scary.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So I kind of just dropped Mantine for eel.
cool.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Who are we on next? Is it Badnik? Yeah, we've got Badnik next. 5 ground immunities?
Nice. Guess he's worried about grounds. What the hell are going Magneton?
Who needs
Yeah,
Chrono?
he's got the Zelf and this Magius. So.
So he's got the Chrono thing where he's got the Dragon Flying and the Landorus. But he also has other win cons that don't just die to Ice Shard, so that's...
Wow, it's so weird.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Chrono had Megasis too, but yeah, I do like this.
This is a very fast team, yeah. Holy shit.
Why is this just Chrono's team but better?
It's actually no. It's not really a
Literally,
super fast team. It has a lot of that speed tier that's.
has a lot of that obnoxious speed
Let's
to
talk
it
about
that's
the
just hard to
weird
beat.
speed tier, the weird fastness. Like the only real fast Pokemon on this team is like Azelf and Surf and kind of Keldeo.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
when
kind of
Magneton
like...
is the slowest thing on your team, that's pretty good. It's like for speed.
I guess that's actually a fair.
This is literally just like if Chrono didn't just start drafting Chronomons halfway through and just actually finished off his draft.
Yeah.
This is pretty solid.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
It's a solid Badnik draft. It's got fine hazards. Like I don't think every team needs Spike Stack or whatever. He has all of his rock cutters are offensive though, which I guess I can't really say anything against that.
I
because
think
he
this
has no
team just
defense.
wants rocks off the table completely. It doesn't want
And he
hazards up on
definitely
either
has ways
side.
to do that.
Yeah.
Like Serb and Mandy and Sizz.
There is
and,
a lot of
people
very
do well.
reliable defog here for this team, which is
Well,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
decent
Yeah.
default.
Yeah,
They're a
I
very
think
aggressive
it's
team, it feels like.
it definitely does seem the kind of team where like it wants to be playing offensive enough that it forces its opponents to also play so offensive that they just don't even have time to get rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, everything like requires an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the ground immunity spam with the Heligo
With
Magic
the-
because they
yeah.
are pretty nice as just mobs here offensively.
Definitely discourages people bringing ground coverage for them. Helps.
Yeah.
And this is a team that steel trapping actually fits on.
Yeah.
Like seriously it does.
I mean, you do have like ways to kill steels outside of Magneton, but like being able to trap steels for the Salamence means that it doesn't have to waste coverage on like Fire Blast or something done like that.
Yeah. I think the most important thing to trap steals for is the Heligo, because the Heligo doesn't have any way to kill steals.
Yep.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, Nihilego Salamence Superior. It does like even though a lot of the team
Yeah.
does answer steals on its own, having Magneton for those 3 things specifically helps out a lot.
Even like Mega Scissor
Yeah.
doesn't have
Yeah.
great ways of killing steals. It's just
Yeah, I can't say much bad about this team really. It does a lot of things really well. It's kind of neutral against rocks, like neutral against rocks if they get him up. But once again he does.
Yeah, he's got enough ways to clear it that rocks being up is fine. He's able to just get rid of it easily enough straight away.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Mammoth doesn't even beat this team because he has Mega Scissor and Julio.
God. It's a
Yeah.
good team
I
overall.
really like this team.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Do you guys agree with the Z users?
I would want Landorus to be as a user.
Over Azelf.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Azelf
I think
generally
that
you just
or
want
Miss
to
Magius for me.
I also don't think Nihilego needs to be a Zemon.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Yeah.
I think that Miss Magius actually might be better for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this
Yeah.
team especially, like Zemus Magius, get in Salamence.
Yeah,
Um,
dude, these shadow balls
demons.
are so good. Nasty Pots, these shadow balls, it's good against so many teams.
Yeah, like that for an offensive set.
Or even
And a
just
lot of
like
teams are weak to ghosts as
Z-Dazzling
well,
Gleam,
so.
just to Z-Dazzling Gleam to kill any dark
Yeah.
types. But yeah, Landorus for sure definitely needs a Z move just to open up the option of Z-Fly. I don't think you
Yeah.
can run like physical sweeper sets without Z-Fly.
Yeah.
It just feels
Yeah, I agree with
feels bad.
Actually, it can do Edgequake.
It can.
But
But even
It can
then,
do
like
Edge Quake,
Z
then
Stone
that's
Edge, yeah. Even if you're doing Edge Quake, you would want Z Stone Edge realistically. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas,
I like just changing the Z users, and then I quite like this
Yeah,
team.
the
as an
changing the
offensive
Z
team.
users make this team like one of my favorites. I think.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
It's even one of my favorites, as is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because I mean, realistically, as Elf, you're just wanting to run like a Lorb every game or a Sash.
I think on this Suicide Lead isn't even that bad of a strat.
Yeah, I think you just
Like,
either Sash and Rocks and Explosion, or just Lorb with U-turn, 2 coverage moves and Explosion, and yeah, that's really how you want to be using his Elf in this team. And
yeah,
Nihilego
I
is
don't see the point in Z on it.
yeah, Nihilego's the same. It's either like scarfing or it's like Suicide Lead with setting hazards and then killing something.
Yeah, just like Rocks T Spikes with Sash. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a really minor nitpick and it's easy fixed. So
Yeah, change the users, very good team.
on to Westy's team. A strange team.
Yeah. So
It is a strange team.
yeah, this team
Yeah.
started off. Okay, I'm not gonna go just say it's a strange team. I don't like this team.
I wouldn't even necessarily say that I don't like this team. It's just
I think okay, yes. It started off really nicely with Bulu, TNA, Gren, Tomoe, Mega B, all that fun stuff. But then it just kind of sunk itself weird. With
yeah.
Starmie's even good here too, but like I don't know why there's both Umbreon and Vaporeon here.
So you've got like a very powerful momentum with Greninja, Victini, Swallow, Mega Beedrill, of course, and then Rotom. And then you just kind of got like a bunch of momentum sinks.
They can ban pass.
Okay, I guess they can technically ban pass.
Well, they can get in, like, if you ban pass in a Beedrill, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's like slow getting in the Beedrill. I don't think that's bad at all.
I just like
Well,
I know.
What
I know that's the
Umbreon
reason.
answer are you ban passing a Beedrill into?
I'm just, like, hypothetical. It can, in theory, get in faster stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I just think
Just feels a little weird.
it is just weird look at. I think
I mean, you can even wish pass into fucking, I don't know.
I wish
Swallow.
Como
Whatever.
was a Z move user.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I don't understand, like, an RD.
Yeah, like I can understand the thought process of doing it because Lucanium, but it's not going to get that.
That Bulu.
Yeah,
It's like,
literally just
you like
breaking
Bulu.
Bulu.
On this team, because Bulu Teeny's quite nice, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just break the grassy terrain by using its Z move.
Questionable. But
Yeah, I like the Bulu, Gren, Teeny, B, all that fun stuff. Get all that fast U-turning. Oh, even Swellow too, and kind of Rodon. The fast turning into some stuff like Komomo, but I think I didn't do it super effectively. The Mega Steelix is weird. It's not. I don't think it should ever come. I think Mega Beetle is super nice.
Yeah.
For killing a lot of stuff. Skarmory's better with it.
There's like a almost stall team built with the Skarmory, the double evolutions, and the Mega Steelix, but I just don't think it.
It just feels really off.
It feels like, I think compared to the matchups that you're gonna get with like Bulu, Gren, Victini, and then Mega B, it's just never going to feel optimal to bring that kind of like bulkier end instead. I think that's really the biggest reason this team doesn't sit too well with me.
yes, I don't hate Wish on this team. I need to appreciate Wish a lot.
I don't necessarily hate it. Komomo and Victini appreciate it, but
Okay, now I'm back. Sorry, I got a phone call.
that's right.
Yeah.
I think I just wish the team would have like held on to an identity more.
Yeah, I think it just kind of wavered a little bit with that. I think that's an issue
That's
a lot of like newer drafters have in trying to use different stuff. I think I get the idea behind Umbreon and Vaporeon because I know Wesley talked to me about it, but I just don't think it will be super effective doing the slow wish passing because I think this team should go faster than that, than have to wish like that. I don't think wish is good on every team, and this team just goes so fast. Something is feeling off about this team.
Ideally, this team could have been built similar to, was it in Majors we had a team, or was it Cuba, where we had just like a Skarmory and then just a bunch of fast aggressive stuff?
Was that Volume? No.
Yeah,
You
that was
had to make a video though.
There was definitely one team we looked at, and it was just like a Skarmory and then a bunch of aggressive stuff that wanted to make the game go fast. And this team could have been constructed in a very similar way to that, especially with the way the draft started. But instead, it's just kind of tapered off into like the fatter, wishy stuff with Mega Steelix.
Oh, was it Sammer's team?
It might have actually been Sammer's team.
I'm looking at on Akila.
Okay, yeah, you said in chat that that was his team. So, but
Okay.
yeah,
I was looking at the doc. Cool.
I think that's really my only. This is a solid team. I just think that's
I think it'll work. It just looks weird to me.
Yeah, it doesn't sit quite right with me because of that, where it's just kind of got this split identity.
Yeah. I think it's definitely patchable.
I mean, the hazard game is definitely impeccable.
No, that hazard game's nice as hell.
Yeah.
Like, you can work with that. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what I don't like about it. Yeah, there's not really. Okay, so he's kind of weak to fighting, and he doesn't really have a quality. He doesn't really have quality psychic stab or quality. He has quality psychic stab in Bikini, but it's not the best psychic for psychic reasons. And also, Bulu isn't really a fairy.
Yeah, but it still resists. Like,
They resist, but like he doesn't have good. He has okay fighting killers, but like
pretty good.
a lot of weird
things
things about it. I just don't care for defensive wise. Which I think a team like this definitely wants to have some nice resists. Skarmory is going to be put in some weird spots because this team doesn't actually like. I think I'm confused looking at it. I don't.
Okay, I think the one thing I really don't like about this team is that against like electric types, it's kind of forced against good electric types. Kind of forced to bring Mega Steelix,
Yeah.
which then like goes against its whole
Yeah,
like fast killing kind of thing. I think that's a bit annoying for it. If he doesn't bring Mega Steelix, he kind of struggles a lot with electric types.
I think that was one of the reasons he initially
Best-
drafted the Raichu, but
Best
doesn't
Bulu
help.
can kind of fit with that.
AV Boolers okay. AV Boolers are okay on here for against electrics.
Yeah, but then if he doesn't bring it, he just switch on.
Yeah.
Also, a couple
Like if he's on the back foot against that, it's pretty frustrating for him
Yeah.
to deal with.
It is kind of just like a Zero or something could just kind of work this scene.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think he'll struggle against electrics, personally.
Yeah.
But-
I can agree with that. But
I like it though. I do. I think those Lulu, Gren, Bikini, very good picks.
well, maybe
the team can definitely work. It just doesn't sit quite right with me.
Yeah, I'm really trying to figure that out. That's what's really bugging me. What exactly is not clicking for me here? I see a bunch of Pokemon that I like. I see a bunch of Pokemon that I don't like, but I don't know why I don't like any of them.
It's probably because it's fucking Beedrill, and no one uses Beedrill. Where
I love Beedrill. I think Beedrill's so
I
underrated.
could
Actual
probably-
trash. You're just wrong.
I could talk about the Mega Beedrill with Upsteam and Natures because it's just built right there. But Mega Beedrill here,
I don't. No one uses Beedrill in NBL. I swear. We had like
No one uses it
Who
well
is
in
it?
NBL.
who is it that drafted it round 2?
I can't remember.
oh, that was C Sketch.
Yeah, CC Sketch. I swear to God, since then, like Mega Beedrill and Xerxos have just been permanently.
Yeah.
He killed those 2 Pokemon.
We've kind of spent a lot of time on this team, so I'm gonna kind of shuffle it along.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking finally, dude.
Oh yes, you wanted to
Okay.
get to this team, didn't
So
we?
we're on to Heather's team next.
Wait.
Ice Beam Defog and cover Latios.
God. I mean,
I'm not really sure how to objectively approach this team.
same.
That's a lot of red members.
It has a lot of cute mascots.
Does. It's got a lot of fire.
Got a lot of fire.
A lot of fire.
It has multiple defires.
It does.
Does it though?
It actually
Yeah, it's
does.
Offensive Blaziken.
I love Defog Blaziken. It's so trash. It never. I forget it exists as a defogger.
Does that mean you need to
I love
run
this- I love
Latios as a
this,
defogger?
I love this
Every
hazard
game.
game. The Torkoal Miraculous hazard game is the best.
Okay, that's my review of this team.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I wonder who's next.
Let's just move on, I think.
It's just really hard to say something about this team.
I'm
It's
just gonna meme it the entire
Because I don't want to
so.
be like too mean, but it's
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be mean. I'm just gonna meme it because that's all I can really do.
I mean, the win con here is clearly Venusaur.
Yeah,
Let's go with
I
that.
think It could work if it just works, but I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you guys talk.
Yeah, we'll move on to Mio's team.
Are yours the years then, by the way?
Yeah, no, those are them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, there's a lot of good prio spam. I'm already
Yeah,
fan.
the Paro spam's like very legit.
That's what I was going for, basically, at the end. Just finishing up with cryo spam here.
I mean, you can tell that this is a majors draft going back up through minors just because of there's a lot of value in very dumb draft slots.
It's like value, but it's synergistic value,
Yeah.
which I think's kind of important. Like,
Like, there's no way Digger's being Crawdon should have lasted that long, or Alakazam.
yeah, I mean, Diggersby was rage picked, I think.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep looking at it. I had to.
Yeah, Metagross Hydreigon is just dumb good. Mega Gallade is just very, very good.
Triple Psychic, which I like. Good job.
What are the psychics? It's triple
It's-
psychic,
it's
but like
3 individual
same.
psychics. It's,
Yeah.
it's like how you do triple psychic.
Yeah.
They're very
3
different.
psychics that do very different things.
Guys, at least there's Sky Frostless. I don't.
No, you do. It's game over.
That's okay. Yeah, I stacked a fair amount of weaknesses, but I also
Yeah, like there's a lot of ice weaknesses, but you have very good ice resist, so
yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm
it's not
fine with
bad.
that. Like I have like one of the best bull beam resist in the game, if not like the only one.
No, it's Mammoth one too, dude.
What do you want, Big Man?
Why can't every team just have a Mammoth Swine?
I know, right, dude?
Pretty much be obligatory.
That's the Palace one.
Yeah, there's good hazard clear. Setters could maybe be a bit better.
Yeah, no, that's something I was debating on. Like, I wanted to get Aerodactyl because I just went to the freezing tree, but I wouldn't know what to drop for it because everything here does something.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing probably fine. I would just like it because it gives me 130, 120, 100, 110, 100 with speeds. Clean.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that actually with the 120, 110, 100. It's just a good team to look at. Like, I think you could ideally have more rockers.
No, that's why I want another rocket kind of because the ones I have I don't like to run rocks on.
Yeah,
I've been forced to do
aggressive
Rock Veto
ones.
King a lot before, and it's like, ugh.
It never really feels good running rocks on it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it can you generally slot rocks
Like,
on it, but it doesn't want.
I think Metagross is okay for it, but
Metagross
I
can
don't
run
know.
rocks. Like both of these things can run rocks, but
yeah.
they would. No, Diggersby gets spikes, not pebbles.
To be fair, you have like very good defog, so it's
Yeah.
not care that much, but yeah.
I have webs with Mega Gallade. I think I'm okay.
Yeah, that's like very good
Yeah,
win
it's good
con. Ton of priority.
Yeah.
Back that up.
Webs
Lots
with
of things
Nidoking and
I can just
Diggersby
check
as
down.
well is just very
Very
good.
good, like full turn as well.
I think Crawdon's kind of weird here, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a round 12 Crawdon. I
Yeah.
struggled to pass that up.
Yeah, Crawdon's just weird in general, but it's just
Yeah, I don't.
pretty
think
valuable.
It's pretty valuable here. It has more priority. It's on a dark type. It's not actually weak to ice.
No, I'm
Right,
telling you,
ice.
dude, Rhyperior's where it's at.
You were telling me to get Viperia, but I don't want it.
Nah, fuck Diggersby, get Rhyperior.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Get right there.
Okay,
It's
I'm done
not
looking at this.
Pokemon.
I'm looking at it enough.
Not a shitty bunny.
Yeah, let's move on. So on
I thought my
to
dick rubbed enough today. Good.
Xerxos.
Birds! Birds!
Some birds.
And
Birds!
blobs.
Yeah.
This is,
He only
just
has
the-
two birds.
this is just the cult team. It's got birds and blobs.
Well, first it's birds and blobs. Then he just.
Okay, he has two birds, but they're the exact same.
Yeah, no, the exact same fucking bird.
Literally the exact same, apart from one doesn't miss.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Well, you got the mega.
No, this is perfect because he can name the Tornus T hit or miss, and then the Pidgeot Mega is, I guess. So that's fucking perfect. I
off.
love it.
Shut up.
Yeah.
that's ideal.
So anyway, games aside,
Good rock
actually don't know what to
setters.
say about. I don't know what to say about this game. He has a lot of rock setters. Jeez.
Not enough
he's got-
defog
not,
in my
not
opinion,
enough hazard removers.
for when you're running this many birds.
I don't.
To be fair, he doesn't actually have that many birds. Like this is kind of we are kind of memeing that a bit.
Yeah.
Like it is.
I mean, just two of the exact same bird. Which, like,
Yeah,
you
it,
get
it
fun.
is just like that. Birdist, he doesn't care that much about rocks really because it's weird young anyway. So just like the Pidgeot, but Pidgeot can always feel worst.
Doug Trio on the team is
And
actually
default.
really kind of nice. I think.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, no, it's like really good for the birds.
It's good for the birds, it's good for the Mega Diancie if it wants to not have to rely on.
I like the circuitry here for Mega Dancy as well because one of the best things to at least try and not die to Mega Dancy is a fat water that can take a hit from it, and Xerxos just eats shit.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Waters.
he fucks fat waters pretty good.
Yeah. That round 11 value was crazy on it too. Fucking round 11 surge.
Yeah. Seems
I
really needs
really
to watch
hate
out for
that his-
ice.
Yeah, I was just gonna say his ice resists are Lolawag and Tentacruel. I don't think a
Yeah,
great
it's,
thing.
it's a little sketch,
Yeah.
but also Chansey doesn't really care about ice beams.
Yeah. But,
Okay, but if it's any kind of physical, because Tentacruel's already
physical.
resisting ice beams fine. It's more on the physical side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish he had a better like ice punch or something, like a Kyubi answer. He just drops a Kyubi
mhm.
Yeah.
Or Meatball.
in a big way.
Like Bandweevil kind of just comes in and presses Ice Cold Crash, and then everything dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, no, completely true.
Yeah. I think he does need to get a better ice resist than these.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, yeah, this is a cult team, but with birds instead of dogs.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It has dogs. It has,
There's some dogs on this team.
It has Marowak. It has Circuitry. It has Fable.
There's Crocodile.
Circuitry's my favorite dog.
Me
I
too.
agree.
Dog Trio counts as 3 dogs.
Yeah, 3 dogs. It's ground dogs.
Another thing this team doesn't really like is the ground weakness is you need your birds to switch into ground, but 2 of the birds are the same mon, and the other is Gyarados.
Well,
Just say it's Mamoswine week because it actually is really Mamoswine week. Dude.
Like as much
Well,
as much of
it's
a
like
meme
that.
as the whole Mamoswine week thing.
Yeah,
is,
this team is like so weak to it.
Well, I think
Yes.
it's actually just worse against Edgequake in general
yeah,
Yeah, Edgequake's kind of a bitch for it too.
because
The grass is Mungus.
round and ice coverage can come from special
ground and electric as well.
round and electric.
Yeah, Mungus is okay for electric. It's got decent electric coverage on this team.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Crocodile, Mungus, Xerxos, Doug Trio, and Marowak.
I think the same like it
I
looks
really
a
like
bit
it.
weird, but its niche options should be able to handle some stuff. Okay, like you got some of that late round value that just works fine.
yeah. It's more just it really needs to stretch and prep to deal with like any kind of ice spam
Yeah,
or
Yeah,
ground spam or rock spam.
like I would just feel bad having to bring Marowak and Tentacle each game.
also, like, he's never even gonna ever see that Pidgeot come to a game because he has Mega Dancy, one of his only
Yeah.
months that
And if
really-
he's running Mega Pidgeot, it's like, why not just have Torn T and then be able to bring the Mega Diancie as well?
yeah,
Yeah, to be able to like knock off.
usually I can be okay with like double up on things if one thing is more niche and does a separate thing, but the Fable and DNC are both fairies that kind of overlap in a way. Pidgeot and Torn for sure. I don't know, it just seems really off.
Yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of
Like
redundancy.
he's gonna be he's gonna not be able to bring all of his good mons every week because his mons
Yeah.
overlap weird.
There just could have been a lot of variety. So
Yeah,
There could have
But-
just been like any variety.
yeah,
honestly, not wrong.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
there's just
We'll
too many
move on.
redundancies for it to be like a solid team. It's just kind of
ready to move on to the last team.
okay.
Well, I'm not ready to, but I guess we will.
On to what about what?
Oh, let's go.
Okay,
No, I'm not ready to because I don't want to see it. 'Cause I don't like it.
so Ninjax's team could definitely do with some more hazard clear options.
yeah, that's not
Yeah,
great.
it's gonna. I mean,
Is the
Torn
team
is-
super weak to hazards? I mean,
Nope,
not really,
Not
'cause-
super weak
not
to it.
completely, but
it's kind of the lower end picks are like weak to it. Like, it's
Yeah.
not.
The lower
That's
end
bad.
picks are weak anyway.
Team kind of like prefers just having hazards up, but
no, yeah, that's
See,
fair.
that's good
forcing
hazard
other people to
too,
be
so-
clear. I don't think it's actually that much of a weakness on it.
Especially because if Excelgor is coming, it's just suicide spikes. I think.
Oh, right, he did drop the Brelan for Mo as well, so that is a new debugger.
Yeah, but it's also
I don't actually like that change.
No.
I hate it.
I think this team really
Yeah.
appreciates the Brelan.
Brelan's nice.
Yeah.
Braylon's just good here. Ozzy plus Braylon priority spam is so good. Like Mach Punch against this team, Mach Punch versus team is good because he doesn't super like trying to face a good Dark here. Like what his Dark resists are Tyranitar and Azu, and well, like they don't have their own recovery, and other stuff can just they're easy to chip enough. So having just a good thing for Dark types like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
It feels weird.
I mean, overall, the quality on this team is quite good, though. Like,
He has good Pokemon, but I don't like how they fit. I think it's another thing where like the overlap is just weird.
do you? Like, I don't know. I think the first, like his users here, pretty scary to prep for.
Those are just the users. I don't think.
Or, like, I mean, like the first four
And, yeah, I know.
in the pick.
I think his users are Garchomp, Jirachi, Tornadus, and Slowking. So no Z Kartana, no Z Azu.
Azu, I'm fine with doing without, but Z Cortana,
I think Z
this team
Azu
really
is
wants.
really fucking good. Having the
I really think Z Cortana is just better.
I don't hate Z Azumarill, I just think most times it can just run a Citrus and do pretty much the same job.
Did he need the Z Slowking?
I don't. Maybe I think it's Z Slowking anyway. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I remember it being that.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm checking my doc. I face in week 1. It's Slowking.
Okay. Well, I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Slowking is not a bad Z user. But
Yeah, I
it's
don't
not
hate
better
Z
than
Slowking
these.
in general, I just think it's when you're not using Z Cortana,
I
if
don't
that's
know why
the
he
trade off,
has
I don't think it's
I
worth.
don't think Z Jirachi is that good either.
Yeah, Jirachi could definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Z Jirachi has like a couple nice memes, but it's definitely not something you need.
No, like it just does better with items, especially here when it's one of his kind of only
Okay,
Pokemon
so
that take some hits.
The team did look a bit fire weak, but then like the resist are like Tyranitar, Garchomp, Slowking, so
Azumarill.
yeah,
too.
it's really not a problem.
It's kind of just like for switch-ins. They're not ideal, but
It does cover his
Slugging's
bases
the
pretty well.
best.
Yeah, I think
It's like it's funny that 3 of them just get burned and they're kind of out of the game. So
yeah,
For
I
the
guess
entirety.
it's kind of spurn a week-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah, very physical start. Like 5 mostly physical Pokemon, 6 mostly physical Pokemon, 7 mostly physical Pokemon,
yeah.
and then just the back end is filling in kind of weird.
I'm also not a fan of
special effect.
Mega Manectric as like the only Mega.
Yeah.
Mega Manectric should always have a backup Mega.
Yeah, I also would have liked to see a bit more momentum game with it.
Yeah,
And you've
it's just what
Jirachi Tornadus, but
Jirachi Torn and the Rotom
Excelgor,
Cut, which
but-
makes no sense. Excelgor does well.
Exceldor and Rotom, but are you really bringing Rotom and Manectric to the team game?
No, I don't think he would. I don't know why he has Rotom at all.
I
Still,
You don't like Rotom?
whatever.
Seems looks better with Breloom than
It
Rotom.
does.
yeah, I agree.
I agree. I'm more scared of Braylon than I would ever be of a Rotom on this team.
Even
Why
just
is
if it's
that?
like a defensive Spore set, and then
Mm-hmm.
like if you have to react immediately, because if something gets slept and it gives free turns to stuff like Garchomp Cortana,
Yeah.
that's very dangerous.
Yeah, Spore is a really good thing. Yeah, I guess one thing Rotom mode does that doesn't really matter on this team, but he has a lot of those fast Pokemon. Then it goes right down to slow things. I guess Rhythm is kind of in between of fast and slow, but like it's still not great.
Well, Vanillix is 79. It's not that bad.
Vanillix doesn't exist.
It's don't hate on Vanillix. Okay.
I will at least respect it enough. I don't like it.
Scarf Vanillix does take names, to be fair. Like
It's pretty good.
Yeah, especially in the week 15 matchup, Scarf Vanillix, keep it for that.
I guess
Freeze dries 4 times against Gyarados. So.
I guess that is one thing to say. Yeah, he kind of doesn't really like facing steals too much after dropping Breloom. It's just Garchomp and some other stuff. He has fine coverage moves for steal, but still, if they can deal with that, then it's rough.
Yeah, so like a Celesteela, you're realistically
Celesteela
just
trying to use Mega Man or straight against that. And nothing gets worn down so easily.
Mm.
Well, it can anyway. But
I don't hate this team overall.
No, it's still
I don't hate
it's
still a good team. It's just
yeah.
I think it's a fine team. I like it more than I did when I first looked at it, but it's still a little bit off-putting for me. Definitely just kind of went for the best thing around constantly, and it ended up looking weird.
Yeah.
Well, he did that for like a few rounds, and then like
an
Manectric, Weezing, Excelgor.
Yeah, just picked it up with some
I feel.
I do like the Weezing, to be fair.
I think Weezing's okay there, but I think it's
it's just not like if he's picking the best thing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he's done it out.
Well, no, he's clearly tried to kind of salvage the value later on. Not the value, the synergy, but it's kind of gone. He's overshot how long he should have been going for straight value, and kind of just been grabbing things that were still available.
Yeah. I think he should have picked Xerxos over the Mega Manectric, and then just picked another Mega.
Yeah.
Because this team with Xerxos is a lot more scary to me.
Well, Megas are still up in minors.
There is Mega Garchomp, Mega Banette, Ampharos, Glalie, Mega Cheetar,
Basically
Blastoise.
just the usual stuff.
Yeah.
The only really notable one is Mega Cheetar. Has regular Cheetar, so.
I kind of like the Mega Houndoom on this team.
I don't hate Mega Shark.
Not terrible. God, that Freedency image is so ugly to look at.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I don't have a lot else to say about this team.
Yeah,
I don't want to say about else about it because I faced it week 1, but
I think this is a good team that just could have been better.
yeah, it's a lot scarier, but it's still scary.
I think the biggest thing, it just would have benefited from prioritizing synergy a bit sooner than it did.
Yeah.
But that's just,
fair.
it's still a good team, still a solid team.
Is that all of them?
Yeah, that's all the teams.
What's your favorite, boys?
I might still have to go with Badnix, but I might just go with mine too.
Yeah, I'll go with Badnix.
I actually really like Panda's team, especially if he... So he's already dropped Mantine for the Eel, hasn't he? So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked you would like that team. Fucking hell. Pretty sure you've drafted the majority of these mountains.
Yeah, probably.
Some of them don't seem like humans at all, though. Like, Latias is... Actually, Mega Latias to you, so yes, Latias can be too. Chandelure doesn't seem like a human, but I'm not judging that.
I don't... Yeah, I kind of like Chandelure, but yeah, no, like, even just the way this team wants to play out is very much the kind of team that I would...
I like how this team's game plan looks. I like it. I look at it and see the game plan. Which
I just think that team has the most cohesive game plan out of all the teams we've seen. And there were a few like minor nitpicks that would have helped it work towards that more, but it was very clear how to fix them, and they're like already being solved. So
Fair.
But no, it's not just because you have Paragon, and Lycanroc that is my favourite team.
I think,
And the Mega Venusaur Florges.
Yeah, the Mega Venusaur Florges as well is just good. But okay.
I kind of like Angel's team.
Whose team?
Angels or Lytra.
Yeah, I mean that's just gonna take games.
Yeah.
It's Coco
That team just seems like the most fun to use, to be honest, because it's just like, alright.
Badger's team. I like Badger's team a lot still.
Yeah.
What's the most me team here?
Probably your team.
Right. Yeah, right. I have a team. That's right. Okay. Yeah, it has the Zapdos. It's me. I reckon. Okay. I have to go do the laundry.
Okay.
Okay. Have fun with the laundry, my dude.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone else have anything else to say, or are we just gonna wrap up here?
No.
Okay.
I thought that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Jack Gay.
Well, yeah, that goes without
Confirmed.
saying.
Confirmed on stream.
Confirmed on stream, but
Jack Day.
Jack, do you see this? Do you see R20 on the dock here? Please fix this. Been
He's not
bugging
gonna
me for
watch this
ages.
video.
I don't care. I'm making him watch this.
I don't even know like what you're.
Okay, do you see how R20 is like sticking out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been bugging
I mean,
me for ages. Please
It's not on the
fix.
stream
I
anymore.
was supposed to do that. What?
Okay, well,
Okay, let's
it's
stop.
been fucking pissing me off for ages, dude.
Okay. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'm just gonna cut off the stream now here before SJ sparks more and like I don't know what he's doing right now, but I'm gonna cut him off.
No,
Thanks for watching,
please
guys.
fix all.